Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yolanda Melody. Today I want to talk about a really important subject, EMF radiation. Nowadays it is completely normal to own a smartphone. The majority of people take their phone absolutely everywhere that they go. You may walk around with your phone in your pocket. You may have hour-long phone calls where your phone is right next to your ear. Some people even sleep with their smartphone right underneath their pillow. If this sounds at all familiar, if you do these things yourself, or if you know someone who does this, I urge you to watch this video because I am about to uncover the truth about EMF radiation and the lack of proper testing that has actually been done. But this video is not going to be all doom and gloom because I will also be giving you some solutions and practical advice on how you can lessen the potential side effects by simply making a few changes in your day-to-day life. The information that I'm going to share with you today is from a global campaign called wearenotsam, which is all about raising awareness when it comes to the harmful effects of the technology that we are all using in this day and age. You might be wondering, who is SAM? Well, this information will blow your mind. SAM is a plastic dummy used by the telecommunications industry across the world to test the heating effects of 5G wireless radiation of mobile phones. SAM stands for Specific Anthropomorphic Mannequin. Most people believe that if something is being sold to the public, that it's obviously gone through vigorous health and safety testing, because surely it would be catastrophic to release something out onto the public that isn't safe, right? Well, the good news is that mobile phones and 5G does go through some form of testing, but it's not tested on humans. The safety of mobile phones and 5G is tested on a plastic dummy. If you type in on Google SAR testing, you can see numerous photos, and there are plenty of videos as well that demonstrate the tests that mobile phones go through where no actual human is present. It says here that SAR testing uses standardized models of the human head and body that are filled with liquids that simulate the RF absorption characteristics of different human tissues. Notice the word simulate. I suppose if you've been paying attention at all over the past 3 years, this probably doesn't come as a huge surprise that this form of testing was actually deemed adequate, but this information is still shocking. It says here, the SAM plastic head is filled with a liquid to see if it heats up 1 degree within a 6-minute call, sometimes 30 minutes. If it doesn't heat up by 1 degree, then it is deemed safe and given the tick of approval. A few details worth noting about SAM. The dummy is meant to represent us, aka the average human, except that there is nothing average about SAM. SAM's head, which is what is being tested, is based on a 100-kilogram, 6-foot-tall adult male military recruit. Does that describe you? Only 3% of the population fit the stereotype of SAM. But wait, there's more. Did you know that manufacturers recommend that mobile phone devices be held at distances of 5 to 25 millimeters away from the body to meet the safety standards? No, don't worry, most people don't. The reason they say this is because the SAM dummy is designed in such a way that its ear can be as much as 10 millimeters away from the mobile phone during testing. The problem with this is that most mobile phone users put their phones directly to their heads. Like we said, flawed. The truth is that the majority of adults have smaller and thinner skulls than SAM, not to mention children who couldn't be any further away from the 100-kilogram military recruit prototype. Research confirms that the radiation absorption for a 10-year-old is up to 150% higher than that of the SAM dummy. With so much technology on the market these days, surely it's safe, right? Wrong. The reason there is so much technology available to us is because of SAM. Testing on a non-biological dummy means that nothing is actually being tested, and big telco and big tech can continue to exist and profit off a tech-addicted world. If you go into your iPhone and you go to Settings, General, Legal and Regulatory, and then click on RF exposure, this is what comes up. Feel free to pause and read, or if you've got your iPhone with you, you can check this out yourself. Everything that I've just read from that webpage lines up with what they're saying here on the iPhone itself. Notice this sentence. During testing, iPhone radios are set to their highest transmission levels and placed in positions that simulate uses against the head, with no separation, and when worn or carried against the torso of the body, with 5mm separation. Things can be written in a way that appear to be unalarming, but if these devices were in fact tested on real humans, they would not be using the word simulate. And it even goes on to say, to reduce exposure to RF energy, use a hands-free option, such as the built-in speakerphone, headphones, or other similar accessories. So even Apple is suggesting that you don't hold this device right next to your body. Okay, so all of this information is very depressing and alarming. However, the good news is that there are ways to reduce your exposure and to further distance yourself from this technology without it being too extreme. So even though that information is alarming, it's much more important that people know the truth, because I am not kidding you. I see people walking around with their phone in their bra, thinking that it's not doing any harm at all, and if they knew the truth, they would probably never do that ever again. I know that before I found this information, I was a lot more carefree about having my phone in my pocket or sleeping with my phone on my bedside table. I mean, obviously the ultimate way to reduce your EMF exposure is to not have a smartphone, don't have Wi-Fi, but I know that that advice isn't really practical in this day and age. I mean, if you do that, hats off to you, but I know that I'm not there yet. I'll be honest. But here's something else that I found on the wearenotsam website that gives you practical tips on how to reduce your exposure. Feel free to take a print screen and keep this on your phone. So the first one is aeroplane mode. Set your phone to aeroplane mode, as this turns off most of your wireless antennas. I put my phone on aeroplane mode every single night, and I no longer have my phone next to my bed. I have it on the other side of the room, because the further away that the device is from your body, it lessens the exposure by tenfold. So say for example, if you have your phone in your pocket versus if you just have it a foot away from you, you're reducing your exposure by a massive amount. The problems occur the closer it is to your body. Okay, next one. Avoid making calls in cars. The phone works harder to get a signal through metal, which means the radiation is stronger. I'm female, so I struggle with driving as it is. I'm not the most confident of drivers, so I don't have phone calls in the car anyway. It's too distracting. Another thing that I do is I wear headphones that plug into the device, not AirPods. If you want to know more about AirPods, I'd check out the We Are Not Sam Instagram page, where she's done a whole post about it. But even before reading that post, I've always felt intuitively like AirPods are a really, really, really bad idea. Having a Bluetooth device in your ear right next to your brain, I just really don't think that's a good idea. Okay, next one is do not sleep with your phone. This shouldn't be too much of a hard habit to kick. I know that some people go on their phone first thing in the morning and last thing before they go to bed. But even if you're not worried about EMF exposure, the blue light that comes from your phone does actually heavily disrupt your melatonin production when you're going to sleep. It can really wreak havoc with your sleep cycle in general. And also, it's really not good for your mental health to be looking at these devices at those times in particular. And while I'm saying all of this, I just want you to remember that I'm not telling anyone what to do at all. I mean, you can go to sleep with the phone in your mouth, but I'm just telling you it's not good. Anywho, on the other side it says antennas off. Be sure the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and mobile data antennas are off in the phone settings. Even with antennas off, you can still play music, take photos and make videos. Text instead of talk. Remember to hold the phone away from your body. Pictures and videos increase radiation. Beware the low signal. The weaker your signal strength, the stronger the radiation from your phone. Well, that just sucks, doesn't it, really? Distance is your friend. Phones should not be in your pocket, bra, or touching your body. Well, I said that before. And finally, reduce time. Reduce the time you spend on your phone and wireless overall. That's one of the main reasons I felt compelled to do this video, because since learning all this information, I've made a conscious effort to be away from my phone as much as possible, because I know that it's not just disrupting my life, you know, of the fact that these devices are so addictive, but it's also causing direct harm to my body. I mean, I could go into the details of what the actual potential side effects are from radiation, but I'm pretty sure that we're all quite aware of that by now. No one exactly thinks that radiation is a good thing. I don't think that anyone can deny at this point that EMF exposure can result in brain tumours, cancer, even fertility issues. The list is endless. But ultimately, I think we can all agree that these devices were never designed to fit in with nature. They are the antithesis of the natural world. And the less time that you spend on them, the happier you will ultimately be. And I know that it's really ironic that I'm saying this, because if you're watching this, you're on one of these devices, but at least you're using it intentionally to learn something. But yeah, if you guys want to learn more information about this, I highly recommend that you check out wearenotsam.com. There is so much information that you can find out on this website. The lady who runs the campaign is called Renate Stralifer. She also hosts a podcast and has done talks with people like Amanda Vollmer, David Icke, and Dr. Christiane Northrup. So yeah, I hope you guys found this informative. Comment your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Love you, bye!